Sunrise here in Santa Cruz, outside of Merida. Here, you know, the camera, I don't think can ever really capture just how beautiful and amazing the sky is. It doesn't catch all of its subtlety, does it? Here's the moon, still out up here. Here we go. Isn't that just gorgeous? So I know I'm repeating myself. I don't have Alzheimer's. I'm aware I'm repeating myself, but I just never grow tired of the sunrises and the sunsets and watching the sky. There's just something, it's like a fire. It just pulls any kind of a human being into watching it. It's something primeval in us, I think. Something inside all humans, looking at the fire, looking at the ocean, looking at the sunrise and sunset, all of these things. So there the sky's turning these shades of pink and blue. I was thinking, continuing yesterday, someone had told me, someone I've known for a while, and I trust and I like, that, oh, you shouldn't talk about anything that happened with you, your experiences at the university. And I think, why? So people can do all sorts of truly horrible things, stealing tens of millions of dollars in my name, and I can't talk about it, but they can do it? No. I have a perfect right to talk about my life and what happened, and try to find someone who can rectify it. So put the word out to anyone you know who might be able to help in the legal sense. I remember after this happened, after I was promised the deanship by the president on a Friday, and it was given away to someone else on Monday. All of this had been pre-planned, remember. And think about the amount of planning. I'm taking a step aside on my story. Think of the amount of pre-planning this took for the Board of Governors, the president, the vice president, and others, the other people involved, to have to sit down and plan and write proposals and get money to do this and set everything up, and to agree what they were going to do, how they were going to do it, to plan the luncheon, to purposefully deceive me. I think anyone would be angry if this happened to them, and you'd have a right to talk about it. Well, after this happened, I went to someone at the university who was supposed to be representing cases such as this, and she just said, "Oh, don't talk about it. Your problem is you're telling people." Well, duh, idiots. Yeah, I am. And so would you if it happened to you, I hope. What else am I supposed to do? Just sit and let them completely destroy my life without saying anything? Think of the amount of, the only word I can think of is wickedness that this was. People, and not just one or two people, a group of people, 15, 18 more, sitting down and planning this. And I do know that their plan, I've been told by one person who did spill the beans to me, that their plan was to wait 10, 12 or more years before giving a settlement. That in itself is wrong, and I think any real lawyer would step up and agree. And then there was the lawyer part. My lawyer is married to, or at least part of the same family. They have the same last name and work for the same small law firm with the same last name as both of them. Who, that's illegal also, I was told. But again, I have to find someone who will stand up and do something. I have been told, though, by several people this would be a lawyer's dream. This case is so huge and so clear-cut, and the university doesn't want it going public. They'll do anything to keep their so-called good name, even though they don't have a good name. But yeah, I do have a right to talk about things, and if this is the only way I can make it public, then so be it. But I did come out also just to look at the sky, which always helps calm me down. And I don't know, leads me in a good direction, I suppose. Or halfway there, halfway to a good direction. It is. There's just something calming about looking at these things. As I've said, these elements. There now. The moon's still bright and brilliant. And I'll take you around to look at the other side. The sky's not quite this light. Obviously, that's the east. I'll go slowly because I know things appear to go quicker on the camera than to see the beautiful street light. These are solar powered, by the way, the street lights. So there's the sky in the other direction. And before I sign off, I had told you about the fossil rocks and how they are just in complete abundance here. Here's one I found just the day before yesterday. Take you down here. Do you see that? The clamshell there in that rock. I don't know if you can see that plainly. There. And these things here are just, they're all over the place. That is not rare and it's not unusual. If you go to the ruins down here, as I've said before, you'll see lots of them. All sorts of, some strange things I've never seen. I don't know the name of. It's like a fish with a really weird fish-like, it's like a half shrimp, half fish with a really weird long tail, feathery tail, is in one of them. Someone had told me that the meteor that made the dinosaurs extinct hit here in the Yucatan. I've heard that before, and you can look it up and you'll see things online. I don't know, I've heard that about, there's probably more than one comet, I think, that hit the world in different places. That's my educated guess. But there was certainly a comet that hit here in the Yucatan that is known. Again, probably several that hit different places around the world, I think. But I don't know. I only mention that because I wonder if that has something to do with these fossils in the rock, if it disturbed some marine life that was here, or the ocean. There must have been water, obviously, for there to be so many shellfish and fish fossils. I wonder if that's the thing that caused the ocean here to be disturbed and create all of these fossils. I've seen them in other places too, though. I've seen these fossils in the mountains in Arizona and New Mexico. So, and I know some people will say, oh, that's because of the worldwide flood. No, there wasn't a worldwide flood. It's impossible. Those are old Middle Eastern fables that have been recycled about 19 times, at least, trying to explain things. And I'm sure if someone believed that and went up to the mountains, they'd say, oh, this is evidence that no, it isn't. It's just a fossil that's there. I don't know if you can hear that. I was silent for a moment. There's so many things you don't get. Those are the owls. In a few minutes, the wild turkeys will come down the street. I don't think I've missed them yet. I'll take one pan back up to the sky before I go. And I do think this camera blocks out some of the sounds, because when I've gone, can you hear that? When I've gone back over it, the videos sometimes, I don't hear the sounds I was trying to capture. I was trying to get the iguanas and the sounds that they make here too, but they didn't come out. There we go. I hope a nice thing to start off your day, in spite of my former news, but it's important to tell people these things, and for ourselves too. Don't just keep everything inside you and these horrible things happen and nobody will help or do anything. Like, if I don't tell people, who will? Nobody. And I hope one day, soon, not 12 years from now as the university hopes, there'll be a just settlement for me, enough to comfortably live on. There we go. The clouds and hope. The moon's still out. The Earth's coming to life.